Oh, I am a ghost. What's going on, Jen? Here. All right. So you have an overwhelming amount of friend requests inside your inbox. It's time to clean it out. I posted about this yesterday and I promised I would come on here and talk about it. What do I do with all my friend requests? Because it's something that I kind of questioned for a long time, because I've learned a few different approaches to this and I agree with both sides. So I've always just been kind of teeter-tottering between the two approaches. Finally, yesterday, I officially had an empty friend inbox, which felt so good. It was like this spring cleaning, and I always felt like, gosh, I just got to connect with these people and I just can't get to it, right? So there's two different schools of thought. There is the idea that before accepting a friend request, you want to make sure that you're actually, messaging the person and saying hello, or posting making a like, a comment, or a share on their page, or maybe just throwing a quick message into their inbox to say hello, and you want to kind of pre-qualify you. It's really important that you pre-qualify people, because it's all about your quality of friends versus your quantity of friends. But at the same time, here's the other side of the coin that I have battled with. I had like 900 friend requests. So all of those people are just sitting in my friend requests, and yeah, they're following me, but how many of you actually see posts of people that you're just following versus people that you're actually friends with? Because the algorithm really, favors, puts people in your timeline that you interact with most frequently, right? So you notice if there's friends you haven't interacted with in a while, go back and connect with those friends. Like, comment, share, interact with them in their inbox, and watch. You'll start seeing their stuff pop up again. So it's really important that, I know that that's like technically how it works, is that if they friend request you, they're still seeing your stuff because they're following you. But Facebook understands human movement, and so I don't know really how much they're actually seeing your stuff if they're just following you. So the other school of thought is just start accepting the friend requests, because you want to make sure people can see your stuff. And over time, the more you post, you'll start to see their posts, so you can create that interaction. And, some people think, well, I don't want to just accept them and not say anything. But you have to waver what's more important. If you have, I know some of the girls yesterday had 400, 800 friend requests. That's 400 to 800 people that could actually be like, really, you could be engaging, interacting, because if it's following, that's just one-sided. So get them onto your page and make sure you're starting to develop a relationship. Now, the other thing is do you want to accept everybody? Probably not. There's a lot we all know, especially us ladies, we know when we can spot a creeper when we see one. And the way that I do it is, yesterday I've been going through it, so I finally was able to finish it up. But what you can do with your friend requests is just hover over the name or the picture, so a little box pops up, and you can kind of just see a quick glimpse in that little box that says, how many mutual friends that you guys have. And actually it shows that without popping up the box, but you can actually see other things, like maybe you could tell what company they're with real quick. Not always, because not everybody fills that thing out correctly, but you can at least see if you have mutual friends in common. And here's what I want to say about that, because I think it's really, really important that when you're connecting with people that you have mutual friends in common for a few different reasons, okay? So I'm going to relate this to dating, all right? Women, if you are sitting in a bar and a guy is winking at you from across the room, you're going to either be like, hey, or you're going to be like, ew, and turn around, right? So you want to make sure that you're connecting with people that you are attracted to, and not necessarily in a way of, dating, but that you see a common ground with them, you see you could do business with them, all that kind of stuff, right? So for me, I like to follow people. I don't friend request people. And when you do, when I follow people, I'm following people that I have mutual friends in common with them, right? If you go, say a better example, if you go to a bar and you're meeting a friend and she brings a friend, then it's like, okay, there's like some association. So it's like, cool, I'm going to like talk to this person because my friend brought them, right? There's like a mutual connection. So if you go and follow people or friend request people that you have no friends in common with, like, how do you feel when people friend request you and you have no friends in common and you're like, well, why are they friend requesting me? Like I don't even know this person, so we don't even have anything in common, right? So when you're out there, you want to do the same thing. You want to be connecting and following people that you have mutual friends in common with, because they're more than likely going to want to connect back with you because they're like, oh yeah, we have some friends in common. And also because they're working, they're in the industry, or that they're out there networking and they're someone that is willing to network more than likely with you. There's a greater chance of making that connection. And this is how you can actually qualify people and bring them towards you, and making sure that when you follow people, it's like that guy winking across the bar, right? He's like, hey girl. And now if you follow someone, then they have the choice to say, oh, hey, they're checking me out, right? It's kind of like they're just like feeling you out to see like, hey, do they want to connect with me? Or they won't do anything at all. So what typically happens out of 100 follows, I think is what I statistically was told, you'll get about 15 friend requests from people that you follow. Well, those are the people that you want to like, okay, now I'll go to their page and check their stuff out. But I'm not going to go search out everybody's page and pre-qualify people if I don't even know that they want to connect with me, right? Now you're following people. Some people are friend requesting you back. Now you can accept some of those friend requests and then just delete the ones that you feel like you don't really have a connection with. You don't have mutual friends in common. You maybe don't even speak the same language as each other. You can kind of judge like who you're going to want to accept and who you don't want to accept without having to go to every single person's page and like having to do a big synopsis prior to actually accepting their friend request. And then throughout time, you can go in and start seeing their stuff. You'll start seeing their posts pop up and then create that engagement by liking and commenting and sharing and doing all that fun stuff. So this is the way that I'm out there, I'm connecting with 10 new people a day, following people that like I know that I want to bring towards me. And then when I get friend requests, I can go in and accept and then gradually just start posting and liking on their stuff as I see it. So it doesn't have to be this big to do, because the reality is if you have 800 friend requests and they're just sitting in that inbox, they're just all like out of sight, out of mind, right? They're going to be, some of the requests that I accepted, they friend requested me months ago or, who knows how long ago. And do you ever go in and try to accept someone's friend request? It's been so long that now they're maxed out. Like they can't even accept your friend request, so you lost out there. And a lot of times it's just kind of awkward if you accept the friend request months later and then you're trying to start a conversation. They're just like, well, it's kind of weird. It's just like, hey, nice to connect with you. You sent me a friend request about 6 months ago. So it just gets kind of awkward. You want to keep, essentially you want to keep your friend request inbox like constantly up to date. So that way when you're getting new friend requests, you can actually accept them in a timely manner. And like you're still in the forefront of that person's mind because they just recently sent you the friend request versus like, oh yeah, you're like my 800th friend request, and I know you sent me that like 2 years ago, so it's super cool to connect with you. They're going to be like, wow, this person's really on top of it, right? The other way that you can really start bringing more people towards you is because when you're out there connecting with new people, following new people, you want to make sure that you have good content and good posts and things on your timeline where they're going to be like, yeah, I do want to connect with you, right? Because you can go out there and follow and connect with new people all day long, but if they come back to your page and it's just like, wah, wah, like crickets, nothing happening, then they're not really going to stay or stick around or necessarily want to connect with you. So I posted up at the top here 44 post ideas that will kill crickets on your timeline, that will help you have different ideas of things and ways that you can post to make things more interactive, more interesting, help your content stand out. Just, if you ever have a hard time thinking, I don't know what to post or what should I do, there's 44 actual posts. I took snapshots of different posts that I've done to show that these posts get really good interaction, or they actually direct people to the thing that you want them to be paying attention to. Hope that this helps you out, and if you have any questions, you can drop them in the comments, and I'll talk to you later. Adios.